Several years ago, probably a decade at least, my mom lived near Douglas Dam. She lived on Douglas Lake. And being a local, she was a little more informed about certain things that transpired. And she and her, what is now deceased ex husband, found out from a friend of theirs who uh, either owned or ran, I don't remember which, a little small campground that a group of, gotta be careful how you word things, 3 to 4 gentlemen of Middle Eastern descent had been found to be taking videos and pictures of Douglas Dam, and had been taken away clandestinely. And this was witnessed by some locals there. And my ex-stepfather, deceased now, was a very old school, very, very Eastern Appalachian gentleman who was not at all politically correct. And he would tell that story with a fervor as he warned what was to come in our future, of the possibility of sleeper cell terrorist individuals and small groups who were placed all throughout our areas in any sort of strategic positions that could create the most amount of harm to us, to our farmlands. And then just maybe not even a year ago, I was told that the same thing happened at another dam that's owned by the TVA. Very similar story. This again by someone who would know. Let's just say an employee in a very similar situation had taken place a decade or more ago. And so I guess my point to that is this. I think a lot of us who try to understand and try to figure out what's really going on in the world and spend a lot of time seeking those answers have probably known well before now that there are plenty of people in our country who gather together in small groups looking to be ready for that day when it comes to destroy us. And they, being of the other persuasion, not so much Christian, but the other ones, they're just as brainwashed as the average, everyday, run-of-the-mill American. What they believe in as their fight is the same thing as any everyday, run-of-the-mill American, be it on the red team or the blue team, and what they believe is their righteous fight. All under the guise of being patriotic to whatever group or organization they believe in, because of all the things that they've been programmed to believe, and all the indoctrination that they have taken in throughout their lives. And so now here we are on this day, on this evening of October 11th, 2023, when we found out that some of these terrorist leaders, brainwashed terrorist leaders who are fighting what they want to call a holy war, a jihad, because of some falsity that they're brainwashed into their entire lives and something they believe, all funded and sponsored by a globalist cabal of elite, greedy, power hungry, bloodthirsty ilk of the seed of Satan. That's right, Lucifer. Luciferians. The seed of Nephilim. Who are trying to rule this world because they know that in the end they can't have it all, and they're just trying to do what they can. And they've brainwashed billions of people. And now here on October 11th, 2023, they've declared their jihad to begin on Friday the 13th. 10/13/2023. Approximately 18 months before the arrival of the mythical dragon comet Apophis, which will become visible to our eyesights on April 13th, 2025. So perhaps we are in the very, very beginnings of the tribulations. And perhaps that trigger was tripped in 2019. Perhaps that dream that I had with my father over a decade ago, right around the same time that these sleeper cells were out taking all these photos, videos, creating their plans of how they're gonna blow up dams and synagogues and farmlands and factories and plants and perhaps laboratories. Perhaps one that's very, very close to me that I'm not even 6 miles away from tonight as I lay here in my bed. While these elites are all just preparing to run and hide underground, under the earth. They'll hide in the earth. They're going to hide under the earth, in the rocks, in the dirt, while the world is destroyed at their bidding. And I don't ever pretend to have it all figured out. Never would. But I know that there's only one who knows the beginning and the end. Eyes to the skies, people. Eyes to the skies. And ears to the ground. Much love.